won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home. Denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life, enlightenment. We will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism.
Nityanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandhavadhitham Gagana Sadusham. Nithyanandam, welcome dear viewers to today's special segment of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, where we will learn about who is the existence is trying to express itself through you. Welcome to this sacred spiritual experience, your digital experience of the divine.
And this may be what you think manifest what you want.
how is this possible? How has this worked before? Experience these answers.
Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother. And she is the source Shakti, and it is in her cosmic womb, the Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes.
Relationship is with mother. Ability to relate, even idea to relate starts with mother. How to relate starts with mother. Understand your idea to relate, your ability to relate, your ability to relate starts with mother. Mother is too important way to connect with what you think of as life. In Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with forms ever connect.
And today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the supreme point of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti.
So let us understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What is Samadhi? Sama is oneness and Adi means source. So
The moment we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being, as just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is a powerful superconscious vibration that is present.
the first thing you need to understand is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara, the deity in temples, and through
The being of Paramashiva expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form or the embodied. And the Archavatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious and experience of the superconscious energy in all of us.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, conscious energies that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives.
And during the process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
And future. Because the Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happening, yet to happen, are already clearly recorded. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan, Power Manifestation, Yoga, and Temple-Based Universities, a lifestyle for humanity.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchi Kailash Sarvagnipitam, which is the apex monastic order.
The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head of all spiritual leaders of the Atalakada, the ancient apex body of Hinduism, is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Spariguru Adinam.
Authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And over 20 million copies of books, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and much more.
The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailas's Nithyananda Hindu University, with satellite campuses in over 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus.
And now, we will be getting into the next segment, where we will be seeing a live demonstration
definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara deities, in Nija beings manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara. And give you all the boons you ask. Blessedness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window of consciousness and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Relationships in your life, we get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened. Whole world should become Ekailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great.
Now we will be moving on to an exciting segment where we will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva, awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us also will be receiving the initiation into the third eye rose, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly see and manifest powers just as you would with your two eyes. And now let's see what are Shaktis. What exactly are these Shaktis? Powers. And manifesting powers are described as a system, method and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And these Shaktis manifest from the fundamental Shaktis expressed from the fundamental space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. Ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And the unmanifest and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling up the derivative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, which is the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization or nation, and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, this is never accomplished before. And all of this by his gurus. These sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest these powers from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, mantras. Every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. In the source scriptures. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time-tested and verified these sciences. And the Vedas, which are the ultimate truth, the superior authority for Hindus, are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained, and the Agamas, which are the scriptures where the applied to those scriptures, is called the Shastra Pramana. And now let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of third eye reading. Comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha. Without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly into the power of third eye. Natu mam shakyase drashtu manenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swamiji's own words. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree 10 direction, using a PET, as all of you can see on the screen. Using a PET, a positron emission tomography, the brainwaves of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism himself was measured, entering into the Sakshi Pramana, where we will be seeing a live demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis, initiated and given
in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is Parashakti. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you.
You see, each the same, ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest
of these extraordinary Shaktis. So as we had said before, we will be first seeing the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So now I have with me Ma'am, which is used for people who are not able to sleep properly. So basically it covers the entire eyes. We have two sockets for the eyes to go into. So now Amrita will be putting this eye band on my eyes. And once it is done, any of you watching us on YouTube, any of the viewers, any of you can, Amrita will be putting it on my eyes. All of you can see that live. Can you move it a little to the right? Yes. Little to the right, little up and to the right. Yes. Now I guess a little to the left. Yes. So now all of you can see that the eye band has around the eyes for anywhere to light, for any light to go in. And it is said that without light, usually we cannot see. But of course, I will be able to see through my third eye now. So now any of you watching us live on YouTube can put in your comments namaskar emoji with brown hands. And then I think that's a mango emoji or a fruit. I guess it's a mango. It looks like a mango. And then a orange or, sorry, no, it's a person meditating. And then a cat. Yeah. And then we again have Prabjot Gill who has. Yes, so I think that last emoji in the first comment is a face emoji with something on the head. And in that time, I also have this Bhagavad Gita decoded book with me. Or if you can see. In brackets. And she has put Nithyananda with a heart emoji. Yes, Nithyananda. And yes, so now I'm going to be opening a random page in front of all of you and I will be reading it. 72 and 1173. And on 1173, it's you. Only then can you love God. You cannot hate your neighbor, brother, or spouse and love only God. This is impossible. When you start loving those around you, you start loving yourself more. Strangely, and we have another comment from Kailasha Stephanie Vamadeva Shivashakti Tankton. She has put a word which I think was a bit hard to pronounce. And anyone else would like to put in your comments for me to read before we move on to the next power? We have another comment from Celine G who has put thanks for this beautiful verse with a namaste emoji with yellow hands. Okay, so now Mamita will be removing the IBANs and we will be moving on to the next that arrow sign which is facing to the right, and then she has put DNA. Okay. Yes, and now we will be moving on to the next power of body scanning. We will be back.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive science. Elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. It is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution
Of lifetimes, it awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
We will be getting into the power of body scanning. And this power awakens the ability to scan any illnesses. Sukshma sukshma tarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply awareness one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of a Siddha. The small tere, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agathir immediately instructs Tereya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove that frog. And after the surgery is completed successfully and the person is healed and cured, was revealed on the 22nd of December 2019 by the Supreme Court of Hinduism himself. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected a heavy metal and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. Few devotees and disciples have shared their experience of manifesting the power of body scanning. And now we will be witnessing a live demonstration of the power of body scanning. So I see Ma Devi Madhu who has put body scanning and healing, please. Yes, Ma, I will be doing a body scanning for you now. I will. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I was able to see that for you, there is a lot of heat in your body getting accumulated because it is affecting the thought process and it is increasing your stress levels, and it is basically distracting you a lot. So I was able to see for that, if you drink lots of fresh fruit juices, like you can make it at home, get organic fruits. Don't make sure that fruits are organic and you make the juices at home itself. Don't get juices directly from outside. Drink a lot of fruit juices, at least maybe 4 to 5 cups a day of fruit juice. Water you drink should always be like a proper temperature. It shouldn't be too cold or too hot, unless you specifically want to take at that point of time cold or hot water. So this is what I was saying, you know. Prabhat Gilaya, I was able to see that for you, when I did the body scanning, I was able to see that physically, that is because you are putting lots of external pressure on your body. It is not because of anything internal. It is because of lots of external pressure which you're putting on your body. So I was able to yoga, and if you start having a healthy diet, that will help make sure that even whatever you're doing now doesn't put external pressure on your body. So this is what I was able to see, Aya. And I also see that you've asked how to take care of the Venkama. You can also keep like some soap, some food. You can keep the normal everyday things with body scanning. And again, Ma Devi Madhu has asked, I'm very much depressed, Ma. Thank you for your body scanning, Ma. Please heal me, Ma. Yes, Ma. During the body scanning itself, healing also happens. I see Ma Mahajalendra Nithyananda.
Subtle, otherworldly.
Yes, so before the Kalbhairava Bhavasamad darshan, we have the Akashic readings during the Yes, and I also see many others asking for a body scanning. Ma Stephanie has asked for Ma Shyamala Devi, and I think Ma Saline session, but every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will be having this segment before the Parashakti Akashic readings and before the Bhavasamadhi darshans. So you all can again join us.
Otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest. Explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations. Boons you ask, bless you.
You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
By memory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Who is Devi Parashakti, and how can you connect with Devi Parashakti?
Now we will be seeing the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasram. Saumyam Ratna Gatastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam.
And the translation goes, the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body.
Arunam Kar.
Compassion, and she holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hand. She is surrounded on all sides by the power
from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, the source power from which all of us came, all of us are in right now, and which all of us are going to merge into.
Of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan is gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us
in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swamini, who is in Kailasha, Shripura Chintamani Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti Manonmani Meenakshi as Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion. I am blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Shakti is Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, growing as the 4 Vedas, expanding as the 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, filled as the Gotras of the 7 Rishis, expanding as the 8 directions, existing as the 9 gods.
Now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally when you attend the darshan, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen, so always receive her very traditionally. It can even be 1 paise, and in the US, it can even be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1.
Take it as a prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to LA Temple. This beetle net may look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you to and raise you to the powerful cognition.
And keep it in front of the screen as you see it being projected. So you can place everything on a plate, and if you would like, you can also keep some fresh flowers and anything else.
All of humanity and what we can learn and how we can save ourselves during this pandemic. We'll be right back after a short break.
I request the NTV volunteer to project the Akashic slides. And whatever has happened is recorded there as a file. So nothing can be destroyed. Please understand about the Akashic links.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all the viewers. In this next segment, we'll be understanding the different guidelines and the guidance of Devi Parashakti during these steps to protect ourselves during these extremely intense and dark times as we navigate this very dark world. And we are met by unforeseen circumstances and unsubstantiated situations. Devi Parash, how the immunity of a human being, once they have been infected by coronavirus, will be extremely compromised. We'll just be, we are getting that to you, and we are preparing that on our side. Each and every one of us, I hope, can take a few minutes to share the media, and we can spend some of that time enriching ourselves, our friends, our community who are connected with us in this grand social network. In order to platform is one of the ways that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making that happen. Yes, you will see minds getting collapsed. Freedom from all this suffering is the life of living enlightenment. First, prevent yourself from this deadly symptoms like depression and anxiety are also showing to be common in those who have contracted COVID-19. And as you can see here, this is from Global News, and this is another article by BMC Psychology published on the. So here it says the impact of COVID-19 on mental health, and it's showing the results. We're saying that our results indicate that students closer to graduating faced increases in anxiety, feeling of loneliness and depression, and solving their mental health problems. So again, we're seeing, we can go to the next slide. And they are saying that the stress levels are at their highest. And again, this is from June 10th, 2021. The article proceeds to say that the Dartmouth College researchers began tracking 217 students when they entered the school as freshmen in 2017. in hopes of understanding how they behave. Yes, let us now watch this brief video.
Listen intensely. Dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones, and your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala. This Bhumandala, spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, to be part of Kailasa and to manifest Kailasa. That is the reason the rate of expansion of the universe as through my Nijavatara Nithyananda and this Kailasa. All the blasphemic law is the country law. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is nationalism. This cosmic truths will be the truths of cosmic energy, universal existential truths. Because Kailasa, cosmic ecosystem is manifesting.
Yes, so what Devi Parashakti had said, different time zones as per its free will, knowledge and desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala. Grahastha and multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards the enlightenment quickly, easily in an accelerated speed and space. Now too many souls are from the enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being manifested by me through the Nijavatara Nithyananda and this Kailasa. All the blessed, fortunate beings will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Of the country, society, ecosystem, the society, country, judiciary, ecosystem, all these of Kailasa will be aligned to the cosmic law, Nithyananda and this Kailasa. So actually, if we see what Devi Parashakti revealed is so beautiful, is actually so profound. How the whole universe, this whole universe is celebrating, is expanding in joy and celebration out of pure celebration that the avatar has happened on planet Earth. So let's now watch actually a video where we have explained.
In addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space. Humanity has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the sisters. Through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distended baryon oscillation spectroscopic survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates stars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This
all known history. And we also have an article here from the National Geographic that says the universe seems to be expanding fast, that had set off a search to understand what cosmic forces could be in play. If confirmed, the changing rate, which is 9% faster than it had been projected, would be described and shown. And we can understand from this that the science today, the media, and all the institutions even put together are not even able to understand what's going on here. Why is this happening? What's the source of it? Only Devi Parashakti has actually revealed what is the source, what's happening, and how we can benefit at this time. Now, we also have an article from the Harvard University, how if we took type 1a supernova out of the picture, we will still have sufficient evidence, including fluctuations in the cosmic universe is expanding and its expansion rate is accelerated. He has revealed in depth what it means and given us the science, not just what it means, but also what does it mean to us, so that each and every one of us can benefit, especially now as the whole universe is expanding, just as Devi Parashakti had revealed.
Listen, the universe is not just expanding, its expansion is accelerated. Please understand. Last few years, I am screaming in this expansion is accelerated. It's a dark energy, the dark matter in that level, the unmanifest. The expansion is accelerated intensely in the dark energy, in the dark matter, unmanifest. Avyakta Swarupa of Paramashiva. See, Paramashivas, the triggering of expansion, not just but if you ask me to give a right word, I will say Swatta Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. I will call it a superconscious energy, superconscious matter. Jyoti, light, superconsciousness is the word rishis, enlightened beings, will use. 3 eyes. When you see something and you know it cannot be seen by the 2 eyes, you call that as unmanifest of Paramashiva. Is one and the same. Please listen. This, from that, the acceleration of expansion is happening. Now, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It has to happen. It is happening. I have been sent to planet Earth.
The on immunity, you can stop the share and resume back. Yes, so the virus, then the whole immune system of the body is being compromised. And in so many different ways, we saw just after that how the whole world began recognizing what Devi Parashakti revealed about the immunosuppression of COVID-19 on the body, the effects on the body, and how Devi Parashakti had revealed that, and immediately after, just days after, the whole world started recognizing. Yes. We can go on to the next slide, please. Yes, we'll watch this video. Yes, we'll watch this video.
You will be able to cities, will heal your body and remove all the pains. induce flexibility, samana and prana, detox your body and clear apana.
This is the instruction for the whole humanity. Neem flour and rice will heal the body, remove all the pains, induce flexibility, samana and prana, and detox. All parts of this tree are useful and known for its medicinal use. The flowers, just as the leaves, have plenty of therapeutic benefit, which explains its many uses in Ayurvedic medicine, third form for cooking. It can be included in its fried, boiled, dried, or roasted forms in rice dishes and in sauces for therapeutic purposes. Also, the neem flowers are extremely effective in losing fat, mostly from the belly area. The flower is known for its potent properties, which help in fat breakdown, liver, and removes unwanted toxins from the body. It is good for the liver as it acts as a purifier. And the dried neem flowers in their powdered form can be consumed every morning. This helps improve metabolism as well. It helps improve the blood circulation and is good for immunity and offers great positivity. Especially when toxins are cleaned out of the blood, we can visibly see how it affects our daily and another organ and stop being literally recycled in our blood. The next slide, please. Yes, as well as being able to reverse and attack the anti-mutagen cells and cells. So in breast cancer formation and liver cancer formation, it is actually reducing the for immunity. You can soak the neem flower in buttermilk with salt, and like that for 3 days. You can keep it in an airtight container, and it can be roasted in ginger with curry leaves. So that means that it can be made as a primary ingredient in any of your cooking recipes in your dishes. Before you are mixing any rice dish or any curry dish or anything, you can first make fatigue in your life. So it is an extremely powerful way that you can really benefit and transform your life. And this is exactly what Devi Parashakti had said. Yes, we can stop the screen share. Any kind of anxiety that you have, any depression that you have, and everything else. So now this brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. We'll now be entering into the next segment to begin this next segment after a quick break.
Far, all of us have had an amazing preparation for the Akashic readings with Devi Parashakti, where we learned who is Devi Parashakti, what is Akashic readings, etc. And now, what we are going to enter into as human beings, for receiving something, we always open up ourselves only when we give. If you have observed, let's say how you have something, let's say you got your. So always when you give something, you become more open to receive. So the best way to open yourself to enable the receptivity so that divine giving of gift
pure love, devotion, and oneness, and it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete in itself. Offering is not made out of fear nor out of greed. When an avatar enables you to experience the pure love, the divine energy, grace, with blessings, boons, powers, etc. The next slide, please. करवर्ष्मिनयनं स्यात् पङ्कजवराभयजपाक्षरयुक्तम् अङ्गहिमभूषणविचित्रवसनं स्यात् तुङ्गमकुटोज्ज्वलमनोन्मणिस्वरूपजपमाला, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments, in wonderful clothes and shining big crown. Her name is Manonmani. It's another beautiful dhyana mantra of Devi Parashakti as well. ध्याये देवीं शत्रुनेत्रां शशिनिभवदनामेव मनोन्मणिं प्रतिदिनं पामर्तनत्रीं शुभाम्. This from the Moolagama, the Dhyana Shloka of Devi gods, and Shisha was auspicious boon for all of our actions every day. These shlokas, as these Dhyana mantras aptly describe Devi Parashakti, because gold is a very, very sacred element. It's a divine element. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, gold is considered as one of the most precious metal, not just precious, but divine. And hence, all is an extremely precious and high alchemy metal, which can hold the energy of alchemy. It purifies anything it touches. It's an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightenment. The next slide, please. Everything is built for the gold prince. And when one had to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, all these people offer. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold, called the Hiranyamaya, the river of gold, Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was also. The first is the offering of e-hundi. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vasya, Bhayapaha, Shambhavi, Sharadharadhya, Sharvani, Sharmanayini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through hundi. When, if you see in Sanatana, if you are brought all the time, when you, especially you go to the temple or something, you're always, as a first lesson of being able to express your gratitude, you are given maybe a 50 paise coin or a 25 paise coin, 1 rupee coin, 10 rupees or something, and then you are asked to drop in the place time of the pandemic, and where this whole digital age, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made this opportunity available for all the human beings, where digitally you can offer the hundi from wherever you are. You can take that one step to begin expressing your gratitude. And offering, where when you offer the e-hundi, the space of gratitude. The goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives a conscious resolution, blesses us with all the fruition of our desires, wishes, whatever we want to manifest in our life. There's a way like this. Next is Sahasranama Swarnakas. Devi is extolled in Lalita Sahasranamas. Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes the repetition of her various names. Every dimension that is extolled. Sahasranama is 1,000 names of Devi. Parashakti. So in Lalita Sahasranama, next slide please. So this is Sahasranama Swarnakas. Just 75 USD, 151 USD, and 251 USD. Dharam Padma Prabha Bhasuram Sarvabhishta Bala Pradam Girisudam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshi.
I bow to goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon. I remain ever bowing down to you. I remain ever bowing down to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Offer, want experience business endeavor, you can offer that. Mukta Anguti. Next is Swarna Mangti. Siddha Suryabhivarshi, nerve of you, making your entire system so blissful. This Mangtika, this hairline jewelry, your Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry, is very significant because this represents Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
The Pratyaksha Pada Puja is a very, very, very profound and extremely beautiful.
Nanaknam Guru Rangri Padme Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim.
Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya beautifully sings in this verse. He says, you can have a good form if you're not able to sit and experience the Guru. What use is this? What use? What use? Similarly, another scripture beautifully quotes, which says, "Can take you beyond all of this is Guru Bhakti." And then it says, Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam. And the best way to experience that Guru Bhakti is by worshipping the lotus feet of the Guru. Such highly revered and highly regarded is the Guru worship. And in that, Pratyaksha Pada Puja is one of the most profound way. Just where there is costless joy, costless happiness for each and everyone who just experiences it. Where you offer, for all of us, we are indeed blessed because our Guru, whom we have gotten as Guru, is Paramashiva himself in the human form. Just sitting at the feet of Paramashiva, offering your gratitude, your love, give for yourself in your life. So please make sure to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. That too, the Guru Purnima is coming up, and each and every day there's so much of celebration that's happening around in Kailasa, and we have to go ahead and do register for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Do not miss this once in a lifetime experience. The next test, and you will give her a very good, you dress her up with all the way you like, you give her the best things that you want to. A best way to experience that is offered by chanting. And the third is Devi Sahasranama Swarana Kasi. The fourth one is the Mukta Anguti, the finger, pearl finger ring. The fifth is the Swarana Padma Pushpam. The sixth is the Swarana Metti. Seventh is the Swarana Mangtika. Eighth is Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And ninth is Vastra Seva. And open it. The next slide, please. We request everybody to take a moment or two and open it, and we'll be taking you all through a detailed walkthrough how to make the offering. So please take a minute or two. These are case sensitive, so make sure you enter everything in the lower case. You can open this. Yes. And we'll be right back as you all open it.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
request the tiny.cc/Devi crafting.
So I repeat the link, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
Yes, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
And once you go there, you will actually see this Parashakti Bhavasama Darshan, the donations will be written. Scroll a bit down, and then there'll be, you can choose from. And then once you choose that, yes, you can just click it. You'll see the rate, and you'll also see how much you want to offer. You can decide and fill in all your details. And once you fill in all the details,
you can go ahead and place the order towards the bottom right. So add your billing details, fill the billing details completely, and towards the bottom, it will, so the moment you place the order, it will give you the order number, and that is where you complete your registration. But after this, the step is not completed with this. You have to go to, the moment you fill this, please go to time. So once you finish registering for Parashakti's, the offering that you want to make, please go to this form so you can fill your details, so that only when you fill this form, all the details as and these all required fields. So please make sure you have to put your payment code, you have to put your payment amount, you have to, there's a whole detail including the ticket number, and it will be coming in the next page. Here you are only going to be entering the payment details, the email address, confirmation of your payment, etc. And immediately after that, it will not take us here. But for you, you have to fill all these forms, and please ensure that you are going and filling all the details so that you are experiencing the complete benefits of offering to Devi Parashakti. Yes. Thank you, Ma.
we have to proceed with the next very interesting way how you can offer to Parashakti. So now you can just go to YouTube, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You will get 3 different options. If you're still not a member, you can click the join option. And once you click the join option, sticker option, okay. Super sticker option, this is a nice way through any sticker that you want. You can click that and you can make your offering. Whatever amount that you want to offer and click that. So here if you see, it can be 5 euros or 10 euros, 20, 100, any number of any amount. So you can click that and then you can click buy and send. click buy. And once you click the join button, you will see different options. The different levels of members. One is E-Kailashian bronze, E-Kailashian silver, E-Kailashian gold. So each member you can just by you get the different payment methods. So
and this is just an offering, and just sitting right on your couch, sitting where you are, just on YouTube, you can still go ahead and make the offering. Most important is that you experience the Parashakti Akashic reading. Let's all now get ready to hear the preparation steps.
Unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting. The whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deity. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships, giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
To contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. Response for life continuously. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you. If you are interested, we need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailas, practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, back knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Nithyanandam, and welcome to Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies as COVID care centers. First, let us see million students are out of school today. More than 91% of the world's students are out of school due to school closures, and at least why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past 12 months. In addition, 29.5% listed anxiety as a factor. For American middle schoolers, 61% of teens admitted feeling a lot of pressure to get good grades. Nationwide closures. 27 countries are implementing local closures, impacting about 72.9% of the world's student population. World student population has been impacted by the corona pandemic. In a survey by the mental health charity Young Minds, which included 2,111 participants up to the age of 25 years, with a mentor by phone or online can be challenging for some young people. So one can see here a situation where students are not available at the way it used to be before, and healthcare workers themselves have been impacted. The provision of healthcare has been impacted. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted of this COVID-19 pandemic. The amount of stress, anxiety, and depression that it has brought in its wake needs of individuals, including people with and without a past psychiatric diagnosis, who received a COVID-19 diagnosis, were later diagnosed with a mental health disorder such as anxiety or mood disorders. Level whether people after being infected by the coronavirus or not infected but having the stress of being infected, or what their future is going to look like, and the insecurities about the future, the depressive disorder that is induced because of 25% of them are reporting that they started or increased substance use during the pandemic compared to 13% of all adults. A student every 26 seconds. It's like 7,000 students drop out of school per day. About 25% of high school freshmen fail to graduate from high school on time. Now, of education, where students worldwide are not only facing school closures, but also a crisis in the form of increased mental health disorders from stress and the effects of this. In the face of this, let us see what contributions have been and are being done by Kailasa's Department of Education. Kailasa as we in all its glory and tradition. And in Hinduism, as we all heard in the satsang of education, the Gurukul system of education, which is less of an education and more of a transmission and the power of initiation. Let us see what the Guru in practically all of the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa across India. So to register, all you need to do is go to this link and sign up. HTTPS And now let's move to the next segment on what is Hindu Gurukul, Hindu University atmosphere I had in Tiruvannamalai in 1970s is what I am trying to reproduce all over the world through the Nithyananda Gurukul and the online e-Gurukul. Body and Vedic mind. The Nithyananda Gurukul is a mystical Vedic school established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here is for life, but life itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education of teaching. The original Indian education system was not about continuously giving words, ideas, concepts, theories, or theologies. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if it is based on the weakest link, it is called generalization, dilution. Dilution due for specialization, not for generalization. It is for specialization, not for generalization. Education means putting set of ideas into your head. Initiations. Initiation means empowering you with powers and letting you play with it, letting you manifest, specialize, letting you manifest your specialization, letting you grow, glow. In Vedic tradition, examinations are not done by question-answer method. That is Macaulay's method, clerk making, who have mastered that thought current. They will see whether he can spontaneously express that thought current. If the student is able to express the thought current cohesively, then he has mastered. What is education? Education is making you master a thought current, which becomes their lifestyle, which becomes their cognition style, which becomes their very being. For hours, you cannot speak on a thought current to you. Transformation of thought current is success. Our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric. Our Gurukuls are education-centric. Our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric. Basic formulas are taught. Basic tools to awaken knowledge is taught. Then student is left free to explore on his own. Gurukuls are not with the set of rules. It is an embankment for the wild river. Embankment is different. Dam is different. With a dam, you are dammed. It's embankment, not dam. That is why only the basic analysis scales were given to you, but you are left free to analyze. You are given the spoon was a great Advaiti. Being Advaiti, Ramanuja was even able to think in the language of Vishishta Advaita, shows the freedom available in Gurukul. And the same way, restriction, any dams. If you read the Shanti Mantra, it is education-centric, not teachers. Reads, Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvina Vadhi Tamastu. Manship of the teacher over the student. Actually, it is because we are education-centric, we were able to explore and reach the new heights of seeking their own methodologies. He continues to encourage the disciples to explore on their own, create the constructive freedom they enjoy. With the principles of completion, the four tattvas of integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching to one and all, to every being in this cosmos. Because one is established in the vow of ahimsa, in the fundamental truth of ahimsa or non-violence. With this only, stopping their thorns. Yes, that is, the rose plants actually drop their thorns, feeling of oneness and the feeling of ahimsa and abhayam sarva bhutebhyo, that was imparted as a teaching to the students, and which they lived, they radiated while literally nurturing Indian Gurukul and the future of education. Let us watch this video, a satsang excerpt by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan.
As per the astrology, no theory can rule any human society. Future is Gurukul system. The future of education is where, because basically kids do what you do, they won't do what you say. Understand? They do what you do. Most of the time they don't care for what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of the any revival in the education system through our Gurukul system. Is required from the side of the teacher and the student. Student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to write subject in which the student will be successful. Few things are basic for everyone, like science of completion and enlightenment. Other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject in which the student will be successful with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment as the context. If you learn plumbing, is more of a transmission of the knowledge, not transfer of knowledge. It is not just information based.
An excerpt of what the Indian education system is all about. Today, education is known to be technical glitch. Today, education is known to be the key factor to enable stability and growth of not only every child, but to humanity as a whole. The Gurukul system is known to be the knowledge. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Gurukul system is being reviving lineage of the Guru-disciple relationship. After decades of study on the physical, chemical, biological uniqueness in the world of athletics, this state is known as being in the zone, a glimpse into the peak of focus, cognitive function, attention, and coordination, to name a few. Rather than a glimpse, enlightened behaviors and patterns of those in our environment, not just on the behavioral level, but to the depths of the neurological layer. This is also known as the mirror neuron effect. In this way, the rise of Mughal invasions, colonialism, and continued persecution against Hinduism and Hindu tradition, standing as the backbone and stability of the Hindu civilization. This is one of the impact that their education system had and the way it fundamentally, very naturally produces leaders. And the Macaulay system of education was then imposed in India after this revelation, knowing this literally bone by bone, it was destroyed brutally to ensure that that system of education, the destructions that have been caused by the invaders, the barbaric invaders of the Vedic civilization, what they left behind was 13,000 universities across more than 80% of Hinduism's indigenous knowledge. To hear Thomas Macaulay in 1836, after deciphering the strength of the Vedic Hindu system of education, whatever attached to his religion. The Hindu religion is so extravagantly absurd that it is impossible to teach a boy classes in Bengal 30 years hence. And this will be effected without any efforts to proselytize, without the smallest interference with religious liberty, merely by the and is leading the fundamental change of the education, the grand revival of Hinduism's Gurukul and universities. In 2008, one can see the students of the Nithyananda Gurukul practicing yoga and meditation under the sacred Kalpa Vriksha, the banyan tree, in Adi Kailasa in India. And they start 1 to 3 years ahead of their age group, scoring in the top 10 to 20% of Mensa, as one knows, one of the top quizzes which evaluates women. And that goes to show how the Gurukul system of education awakens the full brain genius Hindu scriptures. The Balasans practicing Shivastamba yoga under the blindfold, that is a traditional rope yoga, along with the blindfold being enabled by the awakening of the third eye power. So the really cherishable moments when the students of the Nithyananda Gurukul are directly being trained by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the field of archery. And 30% of the Gurukul Balasans demonstrate visibly the capacity to transfer of knowledge. It is transmission. So literally the students, because of the awakened whole brain, they are able to pick up across the board, including playing musical instruments without being taught the way today we learn music. Instead, they are just solutions and standards. On 5th October 2018, one can see here the Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul demonstrating the ability to read, blind limited to reading through the third eye or the Anya Chakra. 11th October 2015, the Gurukul Balasans participating in the Vakya in live discussion, where each Balasan, after internalizing the highest truths as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, almost sharing after internalizing. That is what Vakyartha Sadas is all about, and it forms a very fundamental component of growing up in the Gurukul. 11, take on the dais, the public dais, where they are able to address the Kailasian delegates. One can see here the Balasans addressing the Kailasian delegates in Tiruvannamala. The Balasans of the Nithyananda Raja Gurukul, after successfully hosting the worldwide webinar on the highlights and science of the Nithyananda Gurukul in Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham, and recalling verbatim after a single hearing, which is called the power of Ekasanthagrahi. You listen just once and you're able to repeat it verbatim. That is what established around the globe, having 450 campuses over 150 countries, available to the public from 2000 and are taught in a way directly applicable for the modern man's personal, practical, and professional life.
In Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, 20 million enrollments, 7,000. Now, let us watch this video where the Supreme Court.
Long rituals are not useless or to awaken all the life energies. See, totally we have 21 life energies. I will describe all the 21. There are 21 life energies. Ability to visualize, ability to make decision. All these 21 is given to you, but you use them. I have seen people become thieves by not knowing the power of their life energy. I tell you, thief is trillions. Why will you steal? Listen, asteya, non-stealing. Each of my Gurukul kid, the powers they can manifest. Understand, Gurukul is not a joke. It is a powerful science. Especially, see, +1 3, no. It is 111, the energy multiplication. Because the ecosystem, understand, that is why I can share that power on the whole group. Because when team of kids are balanced, the Sankhya of life energy is different. The multi-dimensional logic of life energy is different. People cannot understand this Sankhya.
Field of nutrition to education, from protection of religious freedom to the revival of indigenous traditions. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sincerely to the world by Devi Parashakti. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifesting as the Nijavatara, to reveal as Devi Parashakti on 12th of May 2021 this year, revealed that people of India listen, carefully listen. Time after time, Bharadam is the Jnana Bhumi, where enlightened being comes. We cannot make the Jnana. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect the beings from Pralaya is Adi Kailasa. Because of the conspiracy of Drohis and enemies rule, the captain had to leave the ship. There were people to come and take a dip in the Navapashana flower. People, whoever comes and listen well to my words. For India, as protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. To protect people from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, it is Kailasa that has opened its doors to one and all without exception. It is the supreme pontiff of Hindu sovereignty by being part of these ecosystems that are built by the Nijavatara himself, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, his divine Peetam in Bidadi, Bangalore. Salem Adinam in Tamil Nadu. Thiruvannamalai Adinam in Tamil Nadu. Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu. Puduvai Adinam in Puducherry. Hosur Adinam in Tamil Nadu. So what we are seeing is the immense compassion that the super ongoing pandemic. In today's segment, we saw the impact of COVID on children, how much the children are suffering, about a list of contributions in the field of education from Kailasa, and the Devi Parashakti's revelations on what is the impact that the COVID is going to happen on humanity, and what is the only solution for us to protect ourselves from this pralaya, which is come. Sorry for the technical glitch. Now, in the next segment, we're going to watch a beautiful video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, is Nithyananda Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvani Peetam, which is going to protect the only solution for the humanity that is going to protect the people from pralaya. Kailasa rushes to aid India as India finds itself on the verge of COVID-19 third wave. Multiple free COVID care centers are opened across India, which includes a number of social services, spiritual services. India includes the medical care, infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people, accommodation for multi-layered quarantine, emergency ambulance services, which is ICU on wheels, personal protective medical equipment, food security management through food banks, and then the various ministries as per the principles laid out in Vedas and Agamas and as revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji. KAILASACARE. So let us take a few minutes first to join and log into the COVID Care Protection Center. You can register yourself through this link, kailasa.org/kailasacare, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham and virtually for a number of kids who are going through the e-Gurukul program. With more than 1 billion kids not having access to Department of Education is focused on providing this Hindu educational services to one and all for free and reclaim your conscious sovereignty. You can see here how the kids are so blissfully radiating the conscious sovereignty, the Shivastamba Yoga and also the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. Every day morning, 4 a.m. they are they log into the get ready and perform the Pratama Vinyasa Krama Yoga. They learn rituals, temple sciences and the rituals, for example, chanting, and doing alankaram to the deities, and they also learn how to do homa. So all these formal education, formal Hindu education helps them to reclaim their conscious sovereignty. What you are seeing in Adi Kailasa and Nithyananda Paramashivam hosts a number of daily rituals, that is, to help the humanity attain the world peace with the blessings and the grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam. What you're seeing is the pictures of the Nitya Pujas, which includes the Abhishekams and Arati. What you're seeing here is the celebrations. Now, along with the Nitya Pujas, we also see the Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, as Divine Holiness Swamiji is reviving these temple sciences and community based on the temple, community living based on, so blissful in celebrating these rituals and remote ones. They also have Nitya Maheshwara Puja. Every single day, Maheshwara Puja happens where the community comes together. Those plants in the Nithyananda Gurukul do not have thorns because the kids connect with the plants from the space of non-violence, connect with the plants and make those plants shed its thorns. In yoga, puja, they learn the sciences that are that the Hinduism offers to overcome all the mental issues and attain your conscious sovereignty. So here is an opportunity for one and all to register yourself through this link below, kailasa.org/kailasacare. It is not just for you, it is for your kids and your family to be part of this COVID Care Protection Center, where you can make them to help yourself and your family members by being part of this COVID Care Protection Center. So you can register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. KAIL.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism that other worldly and agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to
us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
About some of the greatest aspects of the Adi Kailasa Sarvagna Peetham. And we had a first glimpse into the great contributions of the Avatar as he is today for millions of people during these extremely dark and tense times. But despite having contributed the most to preserve Hinduism and also in order to ensure that Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it survives even past. Now, today, in this next segment, we'll be understanding the different ways that the persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has happened and how exactly this persecution has been all that has happened. Now, it seems like there, if I can request the volunteer to reshare the slides of the viewers to ensure that you know about the UN recognizing the persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It's one of the greatest ways that as you can see here, yes, we can, and institutions have been making exceptions in running in their temples, and if we see mosques, only non-government personnel appointed by the non-government Waqif board are appointed in these positions, and churches, government makes no appointments nor interferes in the appointment. So we're seeing a very physical diagram of how there is so much against Hinduism. Why specifically Hindu temples and not the same treatment in any other case? The next slide, please. Now, we're going to 1920 to 25th December 2018 is where we're going to see a recent history of what happened. In 1835 to 38, William Adam was commissioned by the colonial government, medical practitioners, 205 village doctors, 21 smallpox inoculators, and 297 women midwives. So that means one midwife per 408. This slide, please. Yes, can we just go back again? Thank you. Yes. So in 1973, to compare with this, India in 1973, the Kartar Singh Committee of the government of India had recommended that there should be at least one midwife or auxiliary would help other women, and it was a job for women to help and empower women to be independent were Janani Amma, and is what W. Adams in the 1830s and the Sardar Singh Committee in 1973 described as auxiliary nurse midwife. In the period of the 70 years, she performed more than 4 manifestation in the medical field. Born in Krishnapura or Tumkur, she was a power manifester. She was able to detect the pulse of the fetus while in the womb without the use of any instrument. A devotee of Bhagavan as a power of Paramashiva. And this is one of the powers the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism even initiates, the power of body scanning, where you can see anything going on inside of the body. What is the working of the body and what's going on? The next slide, please. Mathematical problem, he would know the answer without actually needing to solve the problem. When asked how he did it, he would simply say, Mukur Mahalakshmi showed me or told me. The next slide, please. Yes. So the father of modern day surgery is actually Rishi Sushruta. Sushruta was an ancient Indian physician known as the main author of the medical surgical compendium called Sushruta Samhita. It formed the basis of education of surgery and suturing of wounds and the extraction of foreign objects. Sushruta Samhita was written and practiced using third eye powers. The level of detail it covers goes into describing how the fetal developed. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. And if we see pre-reconstruction plastic surgery since in the last, and the procedure of the plastic reconstructive surgery has been mentioned in the Sushruta Samhita, a treatise on surgery and medicine dating back at least 900s BCE, and is called the Nasi Kasta, losing war with Muslim ruler of Mysore, Hyder Ali, had his nose cut. This surgery was done for free in a village. The driver of the colonial army had been taken prisoner by the terrorist Tipu Sultan and suffered amputation on his nose and one of his hands. Thereafter, Kawasji rejoined the army and became a pensioner of the East India Company. Gentleman's Magazine and Historical Chronicle, volume 64 by Sylvanus Urban, printed by John Nicholas in 1794. And we also have a link here which is available. The next slide, please. In the modern era, however, Nais are considered to be marginal barbers. Although the colonial rulers took away the science, its roots were destroyed and so much so that it ranks amongst the first in the number of infant deaths at the time of birth. The Adi Nithyananda Paramashivam, the ancient attack, the attack against this Adinam, we're going to be seeing a full history as well as the revival of the beautiful Sarvajna Pita that the Supreme. In 1989, this sacred hillock was the place of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, let's just watch this beautiful video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has described that experience of the first enlightenment experience that he had in this very
of a full moon day, Vaigasi month, Visakha Nakshatra, Paurnami Tithi. No school at that time, usually. This May, June, no school. So usually this summer time, I will go and sit in the temple or the hill. Around 4:30 to I was sitting at the foothills of Arunachala, where I was born and brought up. Whenever I find time, I'll go and spend time in that space, in that area, because Devi became enlightened there.
I decided to close my eyes. I was not even meditating. I was just sitting in a very relaxed way. Those days, I started practicing the self-enquiry. Who am I? Sometime I may feel from where once I closed the eyes, the intensity of my yearning started taking over me. I see here, who is that who is deeply discontented even about my own existence? Suddenly, one moment, something happened. The first thing happened is that idea inside and outside broke. Means now I know who is the experiencer. Life, alive, being present in everything, all the sides, 360 degree this side and 360 degree this side, 10 direction, above and below. How much I am alive inside my skin, the same frequency, the same depth I was feeling I am alive. In both I exist equally. The trees next to me, the temple near me, the hillock around me, the sky above me, and the moon, bush, shrubs. The idea, something is inside and something is outside, is completely lost. Is my movement, and the highest stillness of the center of the cosmos is my stillness. Pure solid gold flowing through my spine, which was cool. Whether am I possessed by ghost? She checked my energy and said, no, you are possessed by God. The vision of seeing 360 degree is settled, but that experience of I am, it's only with the lamps lit, the power of the original lamp is established. I can say so many kids on this Nithyananda Purnima, work on your third eye, have initiation, see to it your third eye is awakened. My blessings to all of you. Let everyone
on to the next slide, please. So as you now understand, Pavlakundru is a place where the cosmic mother did penance, realized herself as the So here we have the great unbroken lineage where, as you can see in the lake, and the third photo where you're seeing Mata Vibhudananda Puri seated on the Sarvagnapita as the inheritor from Isaki Swamigal, and finally the supreme ancient items of heritage that were inherited from lineage to lineage. Sorry, from predecessor to successor. First Adinam, the first Pita and monastery. And here you can see the celebrations for Kartika Deepam with a few of the devotees. And he was just on the auspicious occasion of Kartika Deepam at Pavlakundru, at the building built for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by his guru, Mataji Kuppammal. And as you can see, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving a short discourse at Pavlakundru on the occasion of his birth star celebration. And here are some more pictures from 2007, where the monks of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, are celebrating this on the day of Nithyananda Purnima, which is celebrated across Kailasa as this most celebrated festival. And some more pictures. But unfortunately, and following Guru and Guru's Diksha, not questioning, understanding Guru is the descent of the ultimate. This is a place. The next slide, please. So here we have a Sarvam Brahma Vishnu Shivatmakam Guroho Parataram Nasti Tasmat Sam Pujayet Gurum. And the English translation. Indeed, the Guru is the whole universe consisting of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Now, the first attack in 2017 was in Pavlakundru. The next slide, please. The second attack was just shortly after that on the 5th of February 2017. We're just there to serve. On the 16th of June 2017 was the third attack.
மஞ்சள் பூசி திரிசூலம் நட்டு வழிபாடு செய்துள்ளனர். பின்னர் படிப்படியாக கீற்றுக்கொட்டாய் அமைத்து அதனுள் பஞ்சலோகத்தால் ஆன முருகன் வள்ளி சிலைகளுக்கு இணையாக கோட்டாட்சியர் உமா மகேஸ்வரி அரசு இடத்தில் ஆக்கிரமிப்பு கூடாது என எச்சரிக்கை விடுத்தார். ஆக்கிரமிப்புகளை அகற்ற மறுத்த சீடர்கள் குடிலுக்குள் இருந்த சிலைகளை சுற்றி அமர்ந்து கொண்டு அதிகாரிகளுக்கு சாபம் விட ஆரம்பித்தனர். சாபங்களை பொருட்படுத்தாத வருவாய்த்துறை ஊழியர்கள் கூரைகளை பீய்த்து எறிந்து காவல்துறை உதவியுடன் அவர்களை வலுக்கட்டாயமாக இழுத்து வெளியேற்றினர். பின்னர் 5 நாட்கள் அமைதி காத்துவிட்டு கடந்த 22ஆம் தேதி பவழக்குன்று மலையின் மீது ஏறிய நித்யானந்தா சீடர்கள் அங்கு பூஜென்றனர். அங்கு பாறைக்கு மஞ்சள் குங்குமம் பூசி மலர் மாலையிட்டு மணியடித்து பூஜைகள் செய்ய ஆரம்பித்தனர். ஆகியோரை கைது செய்த போலீசார் அவர்களை விசாரணைக்காக அழைத்துச் சென்றனர். நித்யானந்தா பிறந்து வளர்ந்தது திருவண்ணாமலைதான். அவரது
We can move on to the next slide. The next slide, please. Yes. So the attack Pavlakundru and began preparing for their evening rituals, and that is when the attack happened against them. As you can see here, some of the very gruesome visuals by the casteist, supremacist, atheist terrorists and communist terrorist forces. Here you can see how female monks of the sovereign order of Kailasa being abused by police and caste supremacists, and here are a few of the actual evidences, the proof, where the female monks are being threatened. Now, this is Sri Nithya Parabrahma Maharaj after the assault. After the mob entered the premise and started assaulting all the male and female monks, they started throwing stones, and 10 different mobsters ganged up and started hitting him. Parabrahma Maharaj was attacked with and a group of he came with the police and the caste forces and destroyed and pulled down the huts of the monks and manhandled them, physically injured them like beasts, and finally caste supremacists and at the Paramashiva Shila. And on the 16th of June 2017, a mob of 80 plus people attempted the murder of 3 innocent sannyasis who were taking care of as the monks of Kailasa. And this attack was the attacks against Pavlakundru, in 2017, without any reason, people started dragging the monks and illegally arrested them. Without any reason, the monks were dragged and illegally arrested, and 2 female monks were also among them. As per the law, women cannot be held in police station after 6 p.m. Completely violating this rule, here is the different footage and evidence of this. Again, these attacks continue until 2018, and which is worshipped literally as Paramashiva himself is vandalized, and they had literally attempted to lynch the and intimidate the monks who are doing the rituals, and even they had assaulted the aged caretaker as well. Reveals their demonic agenda to completely destroy Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the Adishaivite minority community, Kailasa itself. The attacker is absolutely degrading and ridiculing it. Now, as you can see, the violence against Sanatana Hindu Dharmas are of not being able to practice our sacred Hindu lifestyle. The next slide, please. But Kailasa, yes, we'll just now watch the video.
That's the only hope we have. Given us a land with autonomous status, we can have our own internal administration, including law and order and judiciary. We are going to do it. Let's keep the humanity alive, at least outside India. That's the only hope we have. And anyone wants to take Apat Sannyas to protect Hinduism, Hindu scriptures, practice and promote Hinduism, gather, live and practice, promote Hinduism and keep it alive and share it with the whole world. Already we have got a property with autonomous status, with all the legal protection, preserving Hinduism, preaching Hinduism, non-violence, life positive principles, and keep the humanity alive. Please apply, fill the form at Nithyananda Hinduuniversity.org. Study Hindu scriptures, practice Hinduism, share Hinduism with the whole world, keep it alive for the next generation. Hindus are thinking Hinduism is going to be treated fairly, or Hinduism is going to be kept alive in India. You are fool. Even for telling this, I would have been arrested if I was available to Indian police. I am not saying I was mob lynched because I was doing something illegal, immoral and all that. That changing the narrative cannot be done by them. That is the reason I kept myself away from the zone, from the, they are changing the narrative. Oh, because of some illegal, immoral activity, antisocial activity, he got killed. You cannot do that narrative anymore with Nithyananda. The only hope for humanity. How they lynched and destroyed the whole Sarvanyapita. Just see. Every day this is happening in India. But media twists and gives the up, claiming that we are running prostitution and brothel there. Now they don't have an iota of evidence. First of all, we are not doing that. Now they don't have iota of evidence in court. They don't have evidence. But they are successful in destroying the Sarvanyapita. That's all they want, and they finished it. I have seen enough false case. But this Gujarat police filing a false case on me is the worst false case. I never wish. And they are filing a false case on me, saying that I don't know what all the sections they put. And they even without a place to live, because of the bail condition that they cannot go out of Ahmedabad jurisdiction. We need to build
this by supporting Kailasa. With this, that brings us to a conclusion for this segment in today's program on the persecution against Supreme Awareness Month. With this, we'll now end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. That will understand Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest Pratyaksha Avatar and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligent consciousness, but Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same, ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes.
get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live endless life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
Something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
By your root patterns of suffering, we have perfected the science of reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continue, for customized spiritual service, helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. If you are cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to is manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest. The explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness.
The only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
Out of consciousness due to your chemical